Hey guys, it's Dr. Anderson in Missouri City, Life Essentials Chiropractic. Today I'm going to talk to you about disc problems. So there's lots of terminologies around disc. So you might have heard or been diagnosed with something like a disc bulge. Some people call it a slip disc, disc herniations, sequestration of a disc, disc degeneration, degenerative disc disease. There's all sorts of terminology on this. So I just want to kind of create some clarity about that today. So to understand, a disc, these spacers in between the bones, so these are the spinal vertebrae. Each vertebrae has a spacer in between, which is a disc, which is about 80% or more water. And it's sort of like a jelly donut, which has a wrapper and it has gel and water kind of fluid in the middle. But what it's really sort of more like, how I think about it, is it's sort of like a kitchen sponge. So a kitchen sponge is porous, and when it's full of water and hydrated, and it's all completely inflated, it's thick. And if you squeeze the water out of that, it kind of oozes out through the pores. That's how our discs are. To keep those discs strong and healthy, they require mechanical motion to create a pumping mechanism, sort of like here. So this model will show kind of a pumping mechanism of a disc. And in order to get that normal, healthy pumping mechanism, it requires full range of motion is the first thing that's important for a disc. So there's 6 motions. There's front, back, there's side to side, and then there's rotation of your body. Those mechanical motions are required to pump and hydrate the disc. When you have one of the things that happens with the lower back is the hips can become crooked, the spinal column can become crooked, and when you have normal alignment, the discs are usually protected most of the time unless you have a severe injury. When you have normal alignment, the discs are protected. But when you have a misalignment, just a little bit of a small injury or strain, just like bending over to pick something up, can actually squeeze and bulge out that disc. So what that looks like back on the bigger model is if you look at this disc, if you have an abnormal balance, it's like a ketchup packet. You put too much weight because the spine is misaligned. If we misalign that vertebrae, now that mechanical misalignment tilts and it can swell the disc. And that's called a disc bulge. That can put severe pain and pressure on the nerves around the disc. That can hit that nerve, which goes on your buttocks, your leg, your feet, your calf. It can cause sciatica, numbness, tingling, cramping, Charlie horses, burning. It also goes to a lot of other vital organs and can create digestive issues and bowel issues, even reproductive problems. Many people in severe cases even feel the pain, wrap around to the front of their groin or down their leg and the front of their quad. Either way, what's happening there is the mechanical alignment has become shifted. The joint has stopped going through its motion and it's swelling and bulging the disc. In severe instances, or if you leave that unattended and we don't fix it and we don't restore the alignment with corrective chiropractic, you can actually pop that disc. And that's called a disc herniation, where it actually rips and the gel fluid comes out. Now, the other thing that happens is, going back to the kitchen sponge, if you have just a misaligned vertebrae that loses range of motion, you have a job where you get stuck joints a lot, leaving that unattended is going to, over time, not allow the pumping mechanism to rehydrate the disc, so it slowly flattens out. And what happens is that becomes almost like a kitchen sponge that's hard and crackled that got left on the counter for 2 weeks. And you can actually restore some of that back. You'll never get all of it back in severe cases, but through the spinal rehab that we do here in the office, you can actually start to open up that pumping mechanism. Chiropractic specific corrective scientific adjustments will realign the joint, restore that full motion, hydrate and pump the disc, take pressure off of the nerves to your pain and symptoms down your back, your legs, your buttocks, and other parts of the body too. But it's really working with the root cause of the problem, which is the motion, the alignment, the pressure on the disc, and the pressure on the nerve, versus things like, surgery just cutting out a piece of it, but it doesn't actually fix the real cause, which is the misalignment, the stuck joint, the immobility, the weakness of the core muscles. That has to be corrected. Physical therapy can do some great things for the muscles and the core and mobility, but it doesn't fix the whole complete picture either. So with corrective chiropractic, we take the best of rehabilitation exercises, mobility, creating core stability, specific alignment, rehabilitating and hydrating the disc, and that's when you get the maximum results and the maximum benefit.